Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Harakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. All right, shalom. The title of this lesson will be that the tariffs will backfire. Okay, so we're gonna watch this clip, and Lord willing, it's edifying. But the tariffs will backfire on Babylon, the Great America. Okay.
To tariff our pharmaceuticals, and once we do that, they're going to come rushing back into our country because we're the big market. The advantage we have over everybody is that we're the big market. So we're going to be announcing very shortly a major tariff on pharmaceuticals, and when they hear that, they will leave China, they will leave other places because they have to sell. Most of their product is sold here.
Okay. So, tariffs will backfire. Okay. They will backfire. Why? Because the Lord is against Babylon, the Great America. All right. And the Lord wants World War III, and the Lord will, World War III will come to pass. Okay, World War III will come to pass in the near future. It's going to go nuclear. Okay, it's going to go nuclear. All right, which World War III already started. It's just progressing. All right, it hasn't reached the point of where it's all out action. Okay. You even got movies like that, that's for the most part it's just a lot of dialogue and things like that, but it takes a while for that action to kick in. Okay. Same for World War III. Okay. That's why the scripture says, in your patience possess ye your souls. So we waiting upon Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. All right, to dish out judgment. All right, and deliver us and save us from the hand of our enemies. All right, that's 2/3 of our people. Okay, and Esau, the so-called white man, and the other nations. All right, they're our enemies. Okay, so this Ecclesiasticus 10:1, it says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Okay, and Babylon, the Great America's, leaders, presidents, modern day kings. Okay, they're doing the exact opposite. Okay, every decision they make, they're destroying their own country. All right, they're bringing themselves down, through their pride. All right. Okay, pride go before destruction, and the heart of spirit before a fall. All right. So America's pride is causing her to run, not walk, but run to her destruction. All right. So it says, verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. That's right. And that proves that this Bible is a spiritual book, because it covers all aspects of life and explains, everything. Okay. So, that's why 2/3 of our people, they have the mindset, of a Babylonian, all right, of an American, So they're 2/3 of our people. They only see and trust, and hear Esau, the so-called white man. They don't, you know, they're not going to listen to the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, 2/3 of our people are going to continue to trust in this government, and it's going to backfire on them. All right. Okay, it's going to backfire on them. All right. It says, verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Right? You know, so the Lord is taking down all these superpowers of the earth. I repeat, the Lord is taking down all these great kingdoms of the earth today. And the way the Lord is doing it, he's manipulating their minds to fight one another, to destroy one another. Okay? And in the process, the Lord and the angels going to start fighting them as well. All right? And they're coming back in those so-called UFOs. All right? Which the Bible calls chariots. So it says, verse 5, in the hand of Yahweh Shah is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Okay? You know, so prosperity, or what the world call is good fortune, all that come from the Lord. All that come from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, so if the Lord wants a kingdom to last forever, all right, you know, it's going to happen. But guess what? The Lord don't want Babylon the Great America to last forever, okay? Because this place is polluting the earth, all right? Babylon the Great America is polluting the earth mentally, physically, and spiritually, all right? And all of the inhabitants thereof, okay? You know, that proves that Esau, the so-called white man, is a cancer on the earth, all right? And all he does is cause pain, all right? It's Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. Okay? So the Lord is in control. The Lord is the one doing this. And that's what us prophets of the Lord are telling you. We're telling you that, okay, the Lord is doing this. The Lord is causing World War III. The Lord is causing society to collapse. All right? You know, and the Lord uses men to do so. Okay? The Lord put it into the minds of these scientists to create nuclear missiles. All right? And let me get a precept for that. Because Christians, you're not going to hear this in Christianity. You're not going to hear nowhere close to this. All right? Proverbs 21:1. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. All right? So the Lord can make you do anything he wants you to do. All right? To fulfill his will. All right? To fulfill his will. All right? And this precept is using this precept to point the finger at Esau, the so-called white man. This Proverbs 21:10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil, his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Right. You know, so they keep, for the simple fact, they're creating pandemics to fulfill their new world order. All right. And creating different situations and black swan events. All right. And false flag events and using propaganda, all right, to persuade the masses. All type of slick, sly dog, sly fox activity, serpent activity that, Babylon the Great America's government is doing. Okay? And that's why it's receiving so much hate and backlash, and people are speaking against this place. Okay? Because they see the hypocrisy. All right? Babylon the Great America is a hypocrite, and the whole world sees it. And all the skeletons and all the rape, rob, and murder and evil that Babylon the Great America has done is being exposed in these last days. All right? And that's why mass change is going on. All right? The Lord is bringing this place down. All right? And the Lord is going to establish his kingdom on earth. All right? The kingdom of heaven will be established on earth. All right? So with that, I want to end it and give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Hawakakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, who will and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. Shalom.